That's Jaden Ivey. And that is his wife, Caitlin, right? Now, when Jaden Ivey went viral on social media, and then he got fired or let go, but he's going to get his whole salary, which is probably why she's back. She done came back. She was nowhere to be found. As a matter of fact, Jaden Ivey said that she left him. That's what he said. Nobody made that up. Jaden Ivey said that out of his own mouth, that she left him over this situation. I believe that because these people are they're there for the good times, but when the bad times or whatever, I don't know why this would be considered bad, but I guess, you know, public perception, you're a professional athlete. He says she ghosted him, and I believe him. I don't think he lied about that. I think she was mad because she thought that he messed up the bag. And then when she realized that he was getting his full $10 million salary for the season, she said, wait a minute. I'm not leaving. What are you talking about? And by the way, people are also saying she was on there for the money. Matter of fact, let me show y'all this. Let me show y'all this post. They got 3 kids together. She put this post up. I think this might have been either yesterday or the day before yesterday. This might have been sometime during the weekend. Now on the left, you see that's him, her, and the kids. And it's a quote that says, she only wanted you because you were in the NBA. And at the bottom of it, you know, she had a bit of a meltdown. She says, we were communicating all morning of that day. People say things for attention. Do not be deceived. Why would he lie on you? Why would he lie on you? And why did y'all have to keep in constant communication? You didn't want to talk to him because you were mad. And you only contacted him back once this story went viral of you leaving, Becky. What have I told y'all about white women? Listen, I don't dislike white women. I wouldn't go out of my way to be married to a white woman in America. Maybe somewhere else, but not America. These women they're very two-faced, right? And I just don't trust them. And I'm a black man. I should feel that way, right? And on the other side, as you see, she says, if you know me, you know I have never once abandoned that man through all the trials. And I still haven't now. There is obviously a lot more going on, so leave your conspiracies and guesses to yourself. Because y'all know I made a video. Shout out to everybody that watched my video. We don't believe you. You need more people. You left that man. You ghosted him. And you were going to continue to do it until he told people and it picked up steam. Y'all noticed these people make statements after I make videos. I knew when I made my video that heifer was going to respond and claim that it's a lie. They always do this after I post videos. Because in my initial video, that video, got over 82,000 views right now. Once I posted my video, I knew she was going to respond because it picked up traction. People are like, oh, she left him. Of course she did. Of course she abandoned him in his time of need. And when she realized he was going to get all his money, and there's a possibility if he stops the street preaching that he could be back in the NBA. She said, wait a minute, I haven't left. Well, then why would he say that you left if you never left? You were mad at him for what he did. You probably cursed him out or threatened to leave him. And that's why he said what he said. He wouldn't have said that if it wasn't true. He said family abandoned him as you, his wife. You weren't trying to communicate with him. You weren't answering your calls. You ghosted him because you were mad that he messed up the bag. You got to ask ourselves the question. If Jaden Ivey wasn't an NBA player, would she be in a relationship with him? Would she marry him? I don't think so. I don't think so. I really don't. I don't think she'd be with him if he wasn't a successful NBA player. And when I say successful, he actually was a young player that was getting better. And that's why the Bulls went and got him in a trade. You got to be careful with these Beckys. White women, let me tell y'all something about these white heifers in America. If I was to ever date a white woman, it would not be in North America. America. You know, Canada has some very attractive women, so it is what it is. But in America, absolutely not. Absolutely not. I can't do it. Yo, I saw a video there's a video on X of a white female driving in her car or truck or whatever she is. She's asking the question, why do black men date her or want to date her when she's at her heaviest? Yes, that heifer put that video out. And I'm saying to myself, why would you put that video out? Why do you want to know why black men would want to date you when you're at your heaviest? Do you want black men to reject you? Like, I don't get it. But this is white women in America. And they're very two-faced. Yeah, you can't trust these women in America. Absolutely not. I don't trust them. And the thing is that they've been all propagandized with feminism. You know they're socially liberal. And you got this female lying about whether or not she abandoned him or not. Look at this post. Because the internet started to clown her, that's when she responded. She probably ain't even in the same room with him right now. You know damn well you want to divorce him badly. You know you do. But you know you're also going to be a single mother, and there's a chance he'll be back in the NBA making millions of dollars with another woman. And she just can't take the risk. She can't take the risk. What's good, Young Jay? Make sure y'all like the stream if you haven't. Kent Bazemore's wife left him once his career was on the decline. Absolutely. That happened. And you see his struggles, what he's going through. This man went through a lot as a child with a WNBA playing mother who he says never loved him. And has turned her back on him because he says family turned their back on him. He was abused as a child, according to him. And people want to mock him. You want to mock a man who went through what looks to be a very bad childhood. Male trauma makes people laugh. And you wonder why these men are losing their minds and killing other people. Because y'all laugh at male trauma. Y'all think male trauma is a joke. The best thing he needs is people who actually love him around him. And it seemed like the only person who really loved him, he felt like, was his wife. And she abandoned him. And that's according to what he said. Nobody made that up. That's not a conspiracy theory. These people who he said are family, all of a sudden want nothing to do with him. And you wonder why he's in the condition that he's in mentally. It could be a cry for help. But when the people around you show you how fake they are, who do you turn to? But go deeper into your religious faith. This is why I tell y'all, man, marriage for what? These women have one foot out the door. They got one, and then they have one foot out the door, and then they'll blame the man as to why they left. No, you left because you wanted to leave. White women in America are not what y'all think they are. If you're going to date a white woman from overseas. Messing with white women in America, all this propaganda, all this feminism, These women grew up in cucked households. The father's cucked, the mother's running the household, pushing him around. She sees that growing up. That's why she turns to black men, because she did not know masculinity in her life. So she goes to the men who she sees the most masculine energy from. As much as the alt-right gropers don't want to hear this, they see masculinity in black men. They don't really see it in white men because they grew up in a household with a white father. They got pushed around by his wife. But can you trust a woman like that? I think he should personally leave her alone. Because if she loved and supported him, why did you wait days later after everything happened? Once you started getting, mocked and after I made my video, you want to put out this response. You put this response out because you realize you messed up. You mad because you thought he fumbled the bag. Is that all you care about? You should care about his mental health. You should care about him being able to live in a world where he's able to practice his religious faith and not feel like he's being forced to embrace gay night at the Chicago Bulls stadium, Chicago Bulls arena. This is why I'm not for dating white women in America. Just look at how her upbringing, the family dynamics. Why is she dating black men? Yeah, she did jump the gun. She did not think he was going to get all his money. When she found out he got all his money for the season, which is about 10 million, she putting out messages like this. She realized that he's still getting paid for the season. But hopefully Jaden is able to get the help that he needs and is able to get around people who actually care about him.